Okay, it is 6:05 p.m. on Tuesday, March 12th, 2024. We will call the Common Council meeting to order. Let's stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Middleton.
Here.
Morgan.
Here.
Romano.
Present.
Eagle. Here. Robinson. Here.
Here are the minutes from our last meeting on February 27th. Just one change I noted to Rosie was under the mayor's report, mayor's and commissioner's caucus, there was a slight, actually two slight changes there that need to be just changed slightly. But besides that, anything else we found in the minutes that needed to be changed? Okay.
Page 4, under Terry's report, should it be install fiber to get to the booster station?
Good catch. I did not catch that, yes. Station. Stat.
7.
So you want to go to cholesterol? Good. Any other changes? Can I have a motion to approve as amended?
Second.
You make the motion. Ted moves, Leslie seconds. Further discussion? All those in favor with the additional sign. Leslie, Ted, Dan approve, and Jenny and Jennifer abstain. Next up is public hearing regarding the Dye annexation. So we will recess the public hearing, the public meeting, the council meeting, and we will open up the floor to public hearing regarding the annexation of the Dye property off of 200 East. Anybody like to speak on behalf of that? Seeing nobody, we will close the public hearing and we will restart the common council meeting. So next up is ordinance 2024-3. Do I have a motion to read by title only? Motion by Jenny, seconded by Jennifer. Okay. All those in favor show the usual sign. It is unanimous. Please read ordinance 2024-3 by title only.
Ordinance 2024-3, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Pawnee City, Indiana, annexing certain territory to the City of Pawnee City, Indiana, placing the same within the boundaries thereof, and making the same a part of the City of Pawnee City.
So again, this is the second annexation of the County Dye property off of 200 East. As a reminder, we actually will have 3 readings of this ordinance. But any questions, comments, concerns regarding the ordinance at this point? Hearing none, can I have a motion to approve ordinance 2024-3 on second reading?
So moved.
Second. Motion by Jennifer, second by Tad. Further discussion? All those in favor show the usual sign. It is unanimous. Next up is the Columbia City Connect annual report. Mickey, come on up.
Okay, I am Nikki Keister, the director for Columbia City Connect, and we sent this out. Hopefully everybody has it. It's our report for 2023. A lot of fun stuff happening in our downtown. I'm particularly proud and excited of our downtown historic walking tour that we partnered with the school and the museum on. This year we hope to kind of expand that and do some interior tours where we get to go up in some of our older historic buildings. I think that will be fun. But other than that, we're just humming along. Cleanup Day is coming around the corner on April 27th. First Friday starts in May, runs May through October, and I don't know, anything else? Any questions about the report? Yeah. Some comments? I'm sure somebody could show me how to do that, yes.
I'm just curious, if you've seen a change in the numbers or?
I have not. I don't have those numbers.
Just curious.
Yeah.
What, maybe you could probably guess this, or maybe give us a close number, but can you estimate how many people come to an average First Friday?
So this is a tricky question.
You probably get a lot, I'm guessing.
Yes.
A lot of people that come to it.
there's a lot of people that come. So last year we tried to take some, have a drone fly over to kind of estimate, and we talked with the fire chief, and he said to calculate interior, if it's like in a long equation, if they're like arms width apart in a certain perimeter, and this is way too much math for me, so I'm not sure. I know 2 years ago that we had an estimate of about 2,500 in one Friday, but I don't know how to estimate because there's no single entry point, and then it flexes and people walk around. So I don't really know is the answer. If anybody has a good idea on how you can calculate that, I would appreciate it. But we've tried different things and we just can't figure it out.
But it just seems like to me every time I go, it's definitely thousands. It's just a matter of how many thousands.
Sure.
And but people seem to love it. In fact, they're always looking forward to when that event's going to happen and those kind of things. So that's neat. Questions of Nikki?
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Regarding the First Fridays, are you getting a lot of the food trucks or vendors? Are they re-signing up pretty consistently, or what kind of feedback are you getting from them? Like positive, it seems positive, since I want to see it's
It is positive. So this year we opened up our registration for First Fridays about a month and a half earlier than usual. I think last year we were just now starting to open it up. So we do have quite a few returning vendors. I don't know what the percentage is yet, but I know I can speak to last year's numbers that we had a really large influx because our neighboring city changed their First Fridays, and so because of the success of our First Fridays, they switched theirs over, and then we received a lot of their vendors, so that really created an influx in vendors as well. I don't know how many will be coming back, but there were quite a few vendors last year.
That's all right.
What did they change to? A second Friday or something? That's okay. But they changed the date.
They did.
Was it
Because of First Fridays.
Because of
Is what I've been told. Army City's First Fridays.
we were stealing somebody vendors. Right, no mercy. Race for competition, or race for talent attraction. We want to be first. Other questions of Nikki?
I don't have a question, I just want to make a comment that I think it's a really positive thing to have you guys involved in our downtown, the partnerships that happen, the collaborative projects that come out of it. It's all together had a really good impact. It's also been really helpful for businesses downtown, and just has one feel good about it, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Nikki. Appreciate it. Okay, department head reports. I'm going to introduce Lily, who's here from the Youth Council.
Hi, I'm Lily. I'm our youth counselor, and at our last meeting, we went over some of the bills that were being passed in the session with the House and the Senate, and it was a short session this year. And then we also talked about our upcoming youth forum that we're hosting in April, possibly at our high school. And then our service project was volunteering at the Humane Society.
Questions of Lily? Thank you. Sean.
So at the council meeting, or the Board of Works meeting, we did get poll testing, so we have a company coming to town that's going to test about half of our polls for their structural integrity, and just let us know any of them we need to change, so we'll start seeing that probably late summer. We're going to be a crew in town doing all that, so I'll give you an update when they're in town so everybody knows what's going on, but excited about that project. It's been 11 years since we've tested polls. I recommend 5 to 10 years, so we almost did it. Been working at Big G's. We've got a project over there where we're trying to eliminate the overhead power lines that go through the middle of Speedway's parking lot, right over the top of the gas pumps. That pole in the middle of the parking lot has been hit several times. And I don't know if you guys know with electricity and gasoline mixture, that's probably not a great combination. So we're working on getting those underground and rerouted. Thanks to G for partnering with us on that project as well. We continued on our Bear Road project, which is out on Shriner Lake, replacing every pole in that entire line. We have 12 or 13 more to go, but we've gotten several of them kind of ready, and the residents are pretty happy to have us out there. Additionally, we have Eli Stanglin fourth-year lineman is down in Scottsburg this evening, actually, tomorrow. And Thursday is his top-out test. Our lineman goes through 5 years of training, becomes a journeyman lineman. Takes the first class of 2-week climbing lab, and every month they have paperwork and homework and tests they have to take. They do that over a 5-year period. Culminates into what we call our top-out test. Tomorrow he'll be climbing poles, demonstrating the physical skills that he needs to do the job. And then on Thursday will be a written test. He has to pass both to get his journeyman card, so we're excited for him. I don't feel like we're going to have any issues. We do have some of the best players in the state, always at the top of the classes. So we've got 2 more going at the end of the month. So I'm pretty excited about the youth in our electric department and the talent we're bringing up.
Questions, Sean? Thank you. Terry?
Excuse me, the circuit internet lines we had installed have been tested and are ready for use, so we're scheduling moving some of our equipment over to that. We have a network outage scheduled for this Sunday at 7 o'clock in the morning, scheduled for an hour, and we're hoping it's going to last 15 or 20 minutes, but we have to install some new notifications on the firewall, and that'll take the whole network down, phones, everything. So, got a copier installed at the water department. That's the last one on the contract for this year. And then we're meeting tomorrow with Stillman in reference to the Stillman patch. It's going to happen next Monday and Tuesday. That's basically a new server upgrade. We're really looking forward to it.
Questions of Terry? Thank you, Gary.
All right. We received 19 applications for our 3 open positions for a police officer. We've set April 13th as our testing date for the physical agility and written test. We have, with the low turnout of applications for the 3 positions, we've extended our testing for our application up to the testing date. So if anybody wants to get an application in late, we'll welcome their application. We've had several officers complete some good trainings since the first of the year, which that's one of our goals is to get some of the best trained police officers. We have officers out doing Operation Pullover for seatbelt and other violations. This extra funding came through the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute, so it was a cost the city and really have extra patrols out there patrolling the streets. So thank them for that. We placed a couple of tabletops that were covered under warranty and dispatch. They're a little bit different color because they discontinued the other one because they kept having issues with peeling and chipping, and so they went with a different wood or whatever. So a little bit different color, you probably wouldn't know it's there. Shane and a couple shift leads, all the shift leads are going to leadership training later this week or the beginning of next week. And in case you heard the tornado siren this morning at 10:15, we participated in the statewide tornado test.
Questions of Gary? Thank you. Matt?
Been trying to catch up for the last 3 weeks as to what's been happening. I do know we have about 521 kids in baseball and softball together that signed up this year. We are also opening up 3 land bathrooms due to the warmer weather, because I'm sure there's a lot of moms and kids in that are playing up there. So we want to make sure we got them open for them. And we have our new administration assistant starting on Monday, the 18th.
Questions? Thank you. Mike?
We're still working down there on South Chauncey Street. We're to a point right now where I got to call into the guy that is going to bore the manhole for that 30-inch pipe. Hopefully next week we will do that and connect it at Spencer Street. Spencer Street, I'm going to say it'd probably be closed at Chauncey Spencer probably for 2 days, hopefully no longer than that. Also, tomorrow, the new car wash on Main Street, we will be hooking up a new 2-inch line for that.
questions? Thank you, Mike.
I'm still working with Corey on our flow meters. They're going to put a level sensor in the headworks instead of the flow meter, because with the level sensor, our SCADA system actually calculates the amount of flow that's going through there just by the amount of level that's, or flow of all the water in the channel. And a flow meter that we purchased there, we're going to replace startup on the flow meter there, and they're going to work with us on as far as their hours and spend on that. There was some issues with the first time to do it, and we corrected those problems. Restrooms project, remodeling the first second week of April, and took advantage of the nice weather, UV structure in the channel, everything is clean and ready for bolts to be installed, and going out and get converted. And staff installed a new baller UV line to block off behind the new control panel up in the soil, so they would have to plug on during the winter time. Hopefully bounce off those and not take out the control panel.
Good. Questions of Mike? Thank you. Marcia. Rosie. A couple things. Tom had sent a report to me that 101 is out of service this week for scheduled maintenance. 102, which has an error leak in the pressure switch, so new parts on order. Truck committee has reviewed bids, and they are awaiting some additional information. We were planning to award the bid. I remember we only had one bid. We were planning to award it Board of Works, but they're still going back and forth with the contractor, on the manufacturer on a couple of miscellaneous things to make sure that's cleared up before we award the bid. We can do that. So anticipate awarding the bid at the next meeting, next Board of Works meeting. And then the hiring process is down to 2 candidates. So again, they're trying to decide which of the 2, and it's a tough decision because we got some really good candidates. So that's that. Kelly said they know 2 guys out in Deer Chase televising the sanitary sewer main. When needed, they'll call 2 other guys to help bring the back truck and clean up that line as needed. They have a couple of guys helping the mechanic do some sweeper work on the sweeper, I should say. They are putting together a quote for a 50/50 sidewalk application that came in. They are getting the chippers ready and working with the mechanics on that to be ready for the money pickup, which starts April 1st. So we're right on from that. They are continuing to do street and alley maintenance as needed, and they submitted the 2025 paving list to A&Z to start working on getting an estimate to be prepared for the second round of community crossings this year, so applying for that. As a reminder, community crossings next year, or for this year, is you can apply for up to $1.5 million this year. So you will see that match in the next budget, for next year's budget. So. Besides that, just some miscellaneous. So Chip also is out this week. Him and Matt sat in on one of the meetings for Eagle Park. They're hoping within the next month-ish to start seeing progress there. There are structures out in Eagle Park right now, the stormwater structures that Mike wants to see cleared on Chauncey Street. We'll start working with his guys to start working on the structures from a stormwater perspective. Trail is getting really close to being bid out. Again, I'm guessing within the next month if everything goes to plan. So that's a really positive thing. Westgate, we had our meeting with, we had our meeting with the citizens out there, the neighborhood, last week, I think, last Monday. Looked really positive. Everyone, I think, is prepared and ready for the construction. The difference between this one and the last one is that this is, Bloodale Drive is a long stretch with cul-de-sac, so kind of one way in, one way out. So they're working on figuring out a different place that you can park the cars, walk across when the concrete's poured, and you can't drive across the apron and things like that. But I think overall people are excited about it happening, not excited about the actual construction time frame, but that it's happening and that it's going to be done sometime this year. So the schedule on that, just as an FYI, Culver Asphalt Daily, their schedule is actually quicker than what Wayne's schedule was for the last phase. So you may see things start to be tied up earlier in the year. They're actually, I think, getting ready to start maybe even next week on some of the preliminary stuff. So that's exciting. A couple other miscellaneous things. State of the City address, of course, is this Friday at the library. Thanks to the Chamber of Commerce Visitor Center for hosting that as they usually do. What did I say? No, that is on for this, but the live it is at the library, so sorry if I'm mistaken about that. Next Wednesday, I'm hosting the Mayors and Commissioners Caucus. We're actually going to be having it at the new Community Foundation building, so we're excited about that. It's not a big deal, but just so you're aware, we are hosting that. Besides that, let's see, Housing Authority, they have they did get an offer on the house that was full price, so there's still a few things that they're tweaking. Yeah, but there's a few things that they're like doing inspection that they got to clean out, like your normal house buying process, but good progress is making out over there. So I think that's all I have right now. CIP committee meeting is afterwards. Terry, I need to see you afterwards. Dan. Police can't be out. Police can't be out.
That's why we're living color right now. So we have some 33 police and there's a lot of stuff that has to happen in order for them to apply. Hopefully we start flying within the next couple of weeks. When we met with the commission, and I believe I kind of need to go. I think on the speed down on the Lincoln Way, going into 30, there seems to be some issues because they're coming around that curve, there's no more 55, 60 mile an hour, all of a sudden there's a stoplight. So we're trying to figure out the way to push it to the works. So we're going to be trying to figure out what the that. There's some state regulations that you have to abide by, which is, I think, ridiculous, but we have to abide by those, so we're looking at trying to figure out how to slow that traffic down. Everybody sees the green light, they get the next trying to beat the light, and still they're running 55, 60 mile an hour to beat the light.
Especially when you're coming down the hill, which is not helpful. On that note, if I may, Nathan and I have kind of been going back and forth a little bit after March and I were going back and forth on a couple of things there. Again, a good portion of Lincoln Way is not within our city limits, right? And so it kind of creates a weird scenario where it's kind of on the outskirts, but kind of not, that type of thing. However, and this was but Nathan had just sent an email to me that I think because of annexation laws and stuff, there's some conversation about maybe they're drawing on the GIS and maybe need to push it out to the other side of the road or something like that. The point of the matter is a portion of Lincoln Way that's not currently in the city limits probably should be or should have been as part of our annexations in that area, which means that we actually would, Marcia, you probably know this, but which actually means that we would potentially be able to set the speed limit for at least the city portion of that. It is kind of an urban district if you think about culverts and Elkhorn Credit Services going in with more plastic, plastics, not to mention all the jail activity that will now be out there here within the next half a year or whatever, right? So, but I say all that to say, we may actually be able to do something, but as you are well aware, any kind of speed ordinance comes in front of the city council to set that into code. So don't be surprised if you see an ordinance regarding West Lincoln Way coming in there at basically Connection Way, or maybe even slightly before it, because it makes sense. You're going from very rural to boom, you're in the city, and there's culverts, and there's farm credit, and there's all kinds of things there, and full disclosure, parents live there, full disclosure, but the planning commission is the one that brought it to our, I guess, our view, if you will, so, we're working on it.
I just got that email out that we're working on the work session.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are the real close, before you, people, so hopefully we'll be able to do something to make that area safer, especially in light of the growth that's happened there. Not to mention, we have had people in the past interested in some of the parcels out along Lincoln Way that, may at some point end up requesting annexation as well. So just be aware of that. Jennifer, I'm sorry, are you not getting? Okay, Jennifer.
The Arts Commission, some of the news from there right now is the Arts Commission applied to the Indiana Arts Commission for funding for a summer art program.
Okay.
In the city that would be multidisciplinary, and probably for next year, there will be funding for it. There might be a trial run version of it this year, but it will be art and music and so on and so forth. Then we are partnering with the museum for some projects in May. We're partnering with the city for Taste of the Arts, probably in June. We might be doing something on third Thursdays or something adjacent to that. To other months of the year, and then we have a date set for the Willie County Studio Art Tour, which is going to be the 7th of September. So lots going on. We have a pretty lengthy list of activities and
Thank you. Tad.
We had a redevelopment meeting today, and last week it's kind of hanging out there. The LML project, which has been going on, I've been on that committee for 8 years now, and so we've been working on it for that long. We're really close. We're almost there. It's like so close. They told us we have to have a couple more shallow borings down to test. So we're really close for that project to be done. And then we can open it up to the public. Yep. Proposals. That's it.
Hey.
I have nothing.
You want to talk about solid waste board?
Sure.
Okay. Anybody from the press? Anybody from the audience? We will call the meeting adjourned.